Good morning, students of class 8. Today I would like to introduce myself because we are not familiar with each other, because you were in class 7 and just now you have promoted to class 8, and at that time there was no class of mine in your class, so that's why we are just strange to each other. So myself Prakash Punch, I am going to teach you history and civics this year. Okay, in class 8, now I would like to introduce my subject. So this year we will read modern history. We all know what is history means. It means time, past time actually. So we divide the time into 3 parts. Ancient in class 6 you have read, in class 7 you have read about medieval period, and this year you will read about modern period. So the question arises here that why do we divide the time into different periods? Just to understand the changes that took place in respect with polity, society and economy from ancient to medieval and from medieval to modern. So to understand these changes easily, our historians have decided history into 3 parts. Okay, so this year modern period we will read. So what is modern period? Modern period in India starts from 18th century onward, but in Europe modernization came much earlier than us. Okay, in 15th century, or we can say 15th century onwards, in Europe modernization arrived in Europe at first. So modern period usually it refers to recent times, yes, and there are some features of modern period like industrialization, science and technology, discovery of different places through sea routes, communication system we have discussed, factories, due to industrialization factories came up. Okay, so urbanization. So these are the features of modern period. Nowadays you can just realize that everywhere the factories have been set up, everywhere urban centers are growing up. Okay, in technology, nothing to say, we all are familiar, we are taking online classes. This is, we can say, the feature of modern period. Yes, all people can trade in every parts of the world. This is modern period, is also known by globalization, we can say. Okay, so these things are actually the features of modern period. And due to Renaissance, that you have to read in class 9 also. Okay, the spirit of inquiry, to know the truth, actually brought modern period in Europe. Yes, suppose earlier it was said that earth not sun revolves around the earth, but later on when Copernicus, he said that, gave the theory that earth actually revolves around the sun. So the spirit of inquiry began after the Renaissance. Yes, in every aspects people started questioning over the established things and principles. Now people are not in the position to just have faith on the things that were earlier said. Now they are just applying their own views, applying their common sense, and then they are taking anything in different manner. Okay, we can say the mental world of Europe changed in modern period. Yes, earlier it was feudalism, but now in modern period people were not ready to being exploited by the landlords. Now they are asking questions that they had no right to exploit any of human beings. So suppose if they are less in social hierarchy. One more important feature of modern period is democratic politics based on the idea of liberty and freedom. In earlier times, in ancient, in medieval period, we have seen monarchies and kingdoms were there. But in modern period, we revolted against such practices, against such old institutions, we can say. And after revolt, we just ended their rule, the rule of monarch, the kings, and established our own rule, that is democratic rule. So these are the important features of modern period. Okay. So in polity, what we saw, the change occurred from monarchy to democracy. Yes. In economy, we can say the trade flourished in modern period too much because of technology and communication. We can just understand. Yes. Society has also developed from earlier. Nowadays we are giving equality, we are giving respect to each other, but earlier those people who stood at higher places in social hierarchy, they used to exploit the lower ones. But now it is not like so. We are following the constitution, and constitution says that everyone is equal, just we have discussed. Yes, so these are the actually the features of modern period. But at the same time, there was negative impact of modernization also on the society. Yes, due to industrialization, we all know that workers are being exploited by industrialists. In modern period, colonization also took place, and the colonial government like Britishers exploited India. Yes, so exploitation, miseries just spreaded everywhere. Britishers, all the European major powerful countries, they just exploited different sections of people in their respective colonies. So at one side, development was taking place in modern period, and on the other side, exploitation and different kinds of suffering problems were also faced by the people. So side by side, just we can say every coin has two sides, the positive and the negative also. Okay, so just in this first class, I wanted to just introduce about what we have to read in class 8 about modern period. Okay, at last but not the least, I would like to say what is modern period. According to some of people, modern period, when it arrived, when we are living in modern period, we have also forgotten our values, our moral code of conducts. Yes, how to behave with the others, with the seniors, with the family members. These have gone away in modern period. We can just realize. So being a modern, it does not mean that we should forget our old values, our familiar values, our social values. Yes, being modern means, okay, acquire knowledge, speak English, go and work outside, okay, learn as much as you can, but at the same time we should not forget our culture. Being modern, it does not mean that we have just forgotten our culture, we are not paying respect to each others or elders, okay, wear modern dresses, talk in English, okay, go and work in corporate sectors. Yes, it is good, there is no problem with that, but at the same time we should not forget those things which are the actually the heritage of our India. So this much for today, we have just started. You can just take it as introduction class. From the next classes we will continue with this topic. I have already started the introduction that is given in our book, and from tomorrow, from next classes, we will just go further into the topics. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.